What's up, YouTube? Carolina Jackpot checking in. It's Sunday night. Let me go over the Week 8 picks and predictions from the weekend of October the 21st. It's finished up last night. Let's see how we did against the spread. Thursday night, Memphis at Houston. Got this one right. They covered the spread. Had to come back to do it, but they did get it done. Memphis won by 4 on the road at Houston. Friday night, Marshall at Mid-Tennessee. I picked Marshall to cover the spread. They annihilated Middle Tennessee. And we start to get into some foul-ups here. Louisville at Florida State. I took the Seminoles to cover the spread. They just absolutely gave that game away. They're pretty tough. They're pretty rough. I don't know if I'm going to pick them again at all this year against the spread. It was really looked bad there yesterday at the end of that game. Iowa at Northwestern, another foul-up. Picked Hawkeyes to cover the spread. They lost that game. It wasn't overtime, but a loss is a loss. This one's another unexplainable one here. Purdue at Rutgers. Rutgers to date, their biggest win was a win at Illinois, who's a terrible team. Picked Rutgers to cover the spread of 8 points. Couldn't do it, and lost the game 14-12 on the road. Another one, Oklahoma State at Texas. Couldn't cover the spread. Won by 3 points, I think it was. So, hey, that's a tough one. Kent State at Ohio. Another head scratcher. Picked them to cover the spread. They actually lost 48-3. They'd kept their MAC games close, so that's why I took them, and that bit me in the rear end. Tennessee at Alabama. Picked Bama to cover the spread. They did do so. Played their second and third string most of that game and won that easily. UNC at Virginia Tech. Couldn't cover the spread on this one. What was it, 52-7? UNC is just terrible. They are awful. This is my I should have known better pick of the week. I should have known better than to do that. UNC's awful. They're easily the worst team in the ACC this year, and will not be picking them again anytime in the near future. UCF at Navy. Picked Navy to cover the spread. Couldn't quite get it done. They lost 31-21 to Central Florida, who may very well be the best football team in the state of Florida. And that includes being better than, yes, Miami. Who is our next subject there? Miami. I picked Syracuse to cover that spread. They did. What was that? Was 37-29. They lost to Miami. Kept it close, but couldn't get it done. Kentucky at Mississippi State. Picked Mississippi State to cover. They destroyed Kentucky yesterday, 45-7. Was never in doubt. Oklahoma at Kansas State. They couldn't cover the spread. They did win that game, however, on the last play of the game. Kind of unexplainable. Kansas State team lost to Vanderbilt this year, so I don't think they were very good, but they put up a fight yesterday. UAB at Charlotte, another unexplainable one. Picked them to cover the spread there. They actually lost the game in overtime. The Charlotte 49ers picking up their first victory of the season. South Florida at Tulane. Couldn't cover the spread there. The first time all year South Florida didn't impress me. They were up 34-14 in that game late, and they let Tulane get back in it and make it a close game. That shouldn't have happened. They didn't cover the spread. A little bit disappointed in South Florida there, but it happens. Everybody's going to have a close game now and then. USC at Notre Dame. Oof, boy, they trounced them. It was 49-14. Notre Dame was really impressive last night. It broke into the top 10 today, so they're on a roll. Going into the next weekend's matchup, Auburn on the road at Arkansas. They easily covered that spread. It was like 52-20 or something like that. That one was never in doubt. Arkansas is another bad football team that will be looking for a coach at the end of the year. Michigan at Penn State. Picked Penn State to cover the spread. They took care of business against Michigan. Penn State's got a really good football team. Solid number 2, in my opinion. Wake at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech covered the spread. It wasn't easy. 38-24, I think, was the final in that game. It was really close for a while, but well, I tell you, Wake Forest just can't seem to hang with the upper tier teams in the ACC. And once again, last night, I hung around with them for a while, but they couldn't seal the deal. And Kansas at TCU, picked TCU to cover that spread, and they did easily last night against the Jayhawks. Kansas 43-0, covered that spread by about 5.5 points. So we're looking forward to Week 9's matchups. The lines have come down. I was thinking about doing them tonight, but the lines hadn't come down on everything. They hadn't come down on a lot of the games that I wanted to pick, but of some of the games that the lines are already down on, I've noticed the money lines have started to shift a little bit. I noticed they started to shift a bit. I'm telling you, some teams that I will not be taking: Florida State, UNC for 1, and for 2. That's going to be an interesting one right there. NC State, Notre Dame. I'll have to kind of think about that one. Georgia, Florida. Georgia opens up as a 14-point favorite. I don't think that's quite enough. Vanderbilt and South Carolina, I'm a Gamecock, 7-point favorites over Vanderbilt. I would say that's about where it needs to be. And so on and so forth. This one here was a 5.5-point spread earlier. Kentucky favored over Tennessee. It's down to 4.5. A little money coming in on Tennessee, I guess, right there. Don't know about that one. There's a Georgia Tech Clemson game. Doesn't even have a line posted yet. So we'll get into that either tomorrow or the day after, and I'll see what we can do. But I ended up 10-10 for the week, which is 500. Always looking to do better than that, though. Looking to have more wins than losses, and it didn't happen this week. There was a couple of them I picked on there that I should have done differently and should have done a little bit more thinking about. But hey, this is how it goes. College football, never can predict what's going to happen. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the videos, and I will see you guys later. Peace, and I am out. Go Gamecocks.